Hey guys, it's Kyle, and you might know me for having the Zenroku EVO. And today, I feel like we're doing something special because we got something new in the mail from Whiteline. So thank you to Whiteline for sending this all. So sorry if there's like background noise, the washer's going off right now, but this is my first time filming content like this, so I figured I'd give it a shot. But you see here we have the bump steer correction kit. So I currently run the rear for my EVO, but I figured it's best to complete the kit and get some for the rear as well. So the part number for this is KCA388. And because I run the bump steer correction kit, I've been running that for about 3 to 4 years now. I can't math right now, but ever since June 2021. So I figured that might have been through a couple beatings here and there because my EVO is a street-driven daily driver. And you can tell here this is W0903, and it's the dust boot ball joint maintenance kit for KCA395, which is already on my EVO. Up next, this one's kind of hefty. These are for the front lower inner bushings for the lower control arm. So this part number is KCA469. Quite honestly, I didn't know much about this particular part at first, but after research and consulting Whiteline Performance's website, I learned how these bushings relieve the slack from the OEM bushings, which improves steering response and turn-in. And although I'm just a street car for now, if I'd like to get on track, these would definitely help out in the long run. And then here's the one that I'm most excited about, which is the Whiteline Rear Essential Vehicle Kit. So what this entails is basically every rear bushing on the Lancer Evolution VIII and IX. So if you need an affordable kit to restore the ride of your car, the Rear Essential Vehicle Kit is what you want to get. This has everything from the upper control arm to the lower control arm bushings, to the diff bushings and the infamous mustache bar bushings, I believe. So if you do have that bucking every time you shift gears, this is definitely the way to go. So now that we've reviewed the parts, what better way to do it than to go to a shop that's professional and knows what they're doing? So yeah, for this video, we're going to be using this camera right here and my Blackview DR97X dash cam that Blackview sent in to vlog the driving and other things that I might need to record as well. So, a little bit of a rundown. When it comes to the suspension of the EVO, I had HKS4 GT coilovers on the car, HKS Hypermax 4 GT to be exact. And because of the street driving and the type of places I go to, it seems that I've already blown the rear struts. I mean, you can't blame me though, because one, the factory spring rate for these coilovers are 8 front, 6 rear. So, from the way it sounds, it's really tailored to a stock body, stock aero EVO. With the car having 20-year-old bushings, wow, I can't believe this car's already 20 years old or something like that, right? 2005? I'm pretty sure by now those bushings are rusted to hell. So, since EVOs are known for their impeccable gas mileage, I'm gonna have to fill up again before going to this shop. I've always wanted to build a car that little me would appreciate, you know? I haven't really had any major issues with the car, besides a couple of things. So yeah, so if you follow me on Instagram, I've been trying to do some things to the EVO. This year I'm really focused on doing some maintenance. The first part is the Whiteline bushings, of course. I think that's a big thing. Thank you, Whiteline. Followed by new coilovers, new wheels, and tires. And then making sure this EVO stays on the road. So right now we're on the way to the gas station. I have a half tank, but I don't think I'm gonna make it for the return trip. So we know how California is like, and this is my bright idea to go to the shop at 4 p.m. right during traffic hour, and now I'm stuck in traffic. So this is great, actually. Now that we filled up, we're heading over to Chino Hills to finally get the Whiteline stuff. And we're here. So guys, we're here. Welcome to Wheeler's Motorsports, located in Chino Hills, California. Wheeler's has been an OG shop in the SoCal car community. I've been a long-time customer of Wheeler's Motorsports, ever since 2019. For a little backstory, I've done all the bolt-ons of the EVO, except when it comes to the harder stuff, that's when Wheeler's comes into play. And today, they'll be responsible for installing the Whiteline bushings. As you can see up here on the screen, they took off the wheels, and they're getting ready to take off the lower control arms and other components as well. After further diagnosis, they found out that my driver's side rear coilover bushing had been shot. Probably had something to do with my rear coilover being blown too. Even though this won't fix the ride completely, it's still good practice considering the car is 20 years old. Let's start with the basics. If you're building a better handling EVO 8, whether for the street or the track, tightening up the rear end is one of the best things you can do. With these new bushings from the Whiteline Rear Essential Kit, the rear body roll got reduced tenfold. In turn, this promotes a much more confident and planted rear end. As you can see, Jake and Andrew of Wheeler's Motorsports are pressing the new Whiteline bushings into the rear lower control arm. They've also installed the rear bump steer kit alongside the bushings for the rear differential and the infamous mustache bar. As for the front lower control arm, fun fact, dropping the passenger side lower control arm drops part of the oil filter housing, which is a required step for KCA 469, so might as well just swap oil while you're at it. For the mandatory oil change, we passed by Evasive Motorsports for 4 liters of 5W40 Multil 300V and Greddy for their double pleated oil filter. Now that's all said and done, we're now ready to rock the streets with more grip activation. So for this part of the video, it's just gonna be a couple canyon clips that I took going up for a drive on my birthday. So I was a little disappointed just because, well, for the sake of my birthday and for content, the initial road I wanted to go up to was closed, so this road is gonna have to do. This road is more forgiving in the sense that the roads are less tight and the corners are more forgiving. Now, I'll probably get some comments about my driving, how it's not fast enough, but there's no room for initial D-style driving here. It's a public road and I'm just here to show you what Whiteline can do for your EVO 8 or 9, while having some fun as well. So before I ruin this portion of the video with my voiceovers, enjoy the ASMR of my EVO driving down the canyon. We'll see you at the end of the video for the recap.
And there we have it. Step 1 of my EVO maintenance is complete. Throughout the canyon drive on my birthday, the new Whiteline bushings tightened up the suspension and made it feel like a new car, or at least 5 years younger. I was able to go into the corners with more confidence. In short, less body roll, less slop, more grip. And that was all thanks to the new Whiteline bushings simultaneously leveling up my driver mod. I'd love to give a big shout out to Whiteline for not only being a predominant part of the video, but being a predominant part of the car. Thanks to Whiteline, they're keeping the EVO on the street and off of the jack stand. I'll see you guys next time for the new wheels and the tires. Stay tuned!